Hi, I'm Katharina and I'm a soul and business mentor for visionaries. My work is all about finding clarity and finding your own voice. This might be the right place for you if you feel you're never going to get it and clarity feels like a tiny fish in a huge, dark ocean. And you might experience times where you feel very clear, where you know exactly who you are and what you do and who your work is for. And a few moments later, this clarity is gone and you feel foggy and you feel confused and you wonder where did all this brilliance go and all this clarity go. And the next thing that happens is that you feel embarrassed and you feel not ready. And you ponder, what else can I learn? What else can I do so I feel ready? More trainings, more diplomas. But the thing is, all these new trainings don't make you feel ready. It won't take away the fear. Our mind tells us that clarity is a place, like a destination, where we can relax with a drink in our hand and we feel accomplished and we feel appreciated and we're not afraid anymore and we don't have any worries and life is easy. Clarity is something very, very different and you might not like it, but clarity is our ability to act from a place of deep connection to our true self. The problem with that is that we all learned to betray this connection in order to belong. And when you think back as when you were a kid, and all the things we do as kids is wholeheartedly, like we love our parents unconditionally. We create our sand castles, our drawings, everything. It contains our whole heart and our love. And we live in a society which is not enlightened, and people have had their lights diminished. So a lot of adults don't get what this wholehearted expression is about from kids. And they react from their place of suffering and feel, this is too much, this should be better, I'm overwhelmed, please be quiet. And kids don't interpret it as, oh my God, this poor adult has a problem with their own beingness and it has nothing to do with me. We interpret it as, something with me is wrong. It's not the drawing they didn't like, but I as a person and my wholehearted self-expression is wrong. And this is when we learn to adjust, to adapt, to suck it up, to become clever, watchful, cunning maybe, because we want to belong, and belonging is so important for us to survive as kids. But the price we pay is that we lost this connection to what we really want. We lost the knowing that we have the power to create what we want. And deep down, we don't feel worthy to be seen, to be heard, to matter, and to share our whole heart. Because this is like one of the most painful places in our lives, when we show up with our whole heart and we feel our heart is rejected, because that's the most sacred place in our lives. So this is what we are facing when we step into this journey of clarity. And I never thought that I would teach anything about clarity, because it was the most painful place in my life. I always was so full of energy and creativity, and of course I could live with my creativity and I have my own company for over 20 years, but I always felt that there is a deeper level that wants to be expressed, and I interpret it as clarity. And the problem was that people didn't get my struggle, like even close friends and family. They were like, yes, but why is it such a problem? Why can't you just make a decision? And you already are a creative person, you're so courageous, so stop it and make a decision. And that was super painful too. And I learned a lot about all the crossroads and the dead ends, and I know the terrain of clarity really, really well, and I know the frustration of not being able to find my voice. And the only thing I knew was that I had to have it. So it was the research project of my lifetime, really. And slowly, the fogginess disappeared, and I understood the bigger picture. And I also understood that therapy is not the solution, because there is a point where it doesn't help anymore to understand the wounds. And there's a point where the healing begins when we find our own voice, when we find our own expression, and showing up in our own way, finding our own path. Taking the risk means to separate from old stories and old identities. And it's a very healing, transformative thing. That's the reason why it's so difficult. And the thing is with visionaries, visionaries, and I'm a visionary myself, we bring new ideas to this world, like new concepts. We teach the world to see issues with new eyes. And it can be an artist who shows the world how we can paint like motion, or how we can paint light. It can be somebody who does a nonprofit project, or somebody who develops a new healing modality, or who changes the way we educate kids. Visionaries are usually bridge builders, and visionaries have, almost all of them have the problem, the clarity struggle, unless they grew up with a very enlightened family and in a very enlightened school. And as a visionary, we need a higher level of separation, because we're here to bring the new, and we're here to step into the unknown and show and share our journey, how we lost the fear of the unknown and how we found our way back home into our own hearts. So this is the work I do. If you feel you're clear and that's not your issue, that's like way too woo-woo, please go and do your thing, and don't subscribe to my newsletter. Because I'm a deep believer that we should, in our businesses, do what is important and just drop the rest. It's only distraction, and it's a nice distraction to learn and learn and learn and avoid creating. So don't subscribe. If you feel this is interesting and this sings to you, and this could be an important puzzle piece for your own journey, you can subscribe for my newsletter. I don't write very much. You can come for a free coaching call and explore what it is like to work with me. And either way, I want you to keep flowing and going, and be kind to yourself even when the fogginess sets in, because it's so worth it. Finding our clarity is a very sacred journey, and it has been like the biggest adventure of my own life. And so stick with it, do it, don't give up. Much love, Katharina.